Mike Young, you're a candidate at large for Poughkeepsie Common Council. What are you bringing to the table? What do you feel best qualifies you to serve on the Common Council?
Well, Roger, the Common Council at large position is a new position that is designed to be the chair of the Common Council and set a legislative agenda. So because of that, what I'm bringing to the table is a little different than the individual ward council people. That position needs someone with proven leadership, proven ability to operate in a government setting, and the ability to put together a legislative plan for the entire city. So my experience as a member of the Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union's Supervisory and Policy and Governance Committee, my experience as a manager at IBM, and the fact that I've been the council member for the 2nd Ward here in the city of Poughkeepsie for 2 years helps me really take those initiatives forward.
And what are your top 3 priorities for the city at large?
Well, like I said, top 3 priorities are interesting because as the city council person at large, we have to talk about a overall plan for the city of Poughkeepsie, something that we haven't had before. We shouldn't take 10 months to resolve something like the city buses when we've known about the issue since 2009. When we want to talk about new equipment for snow removal, we should be having that conversation now, here in September, not 3 months from now when everyone's snowed in and trapped in their homes, right? So I want to work with the city residents, community organizations, and civic leaders throughout the city to put together an actual plan for this city. What topics are the highest priority? What do we need to discuss when? And lay that out so that the public knows this is what we're going to be working on, and these are the issues that we're going to address in advance, rather than knee-jerk reactions after the problem has already come up. On top of that, the number one real issue in my mind from a city's perspective, policy-wise, is the budget. We are finally turning ourselves around after a 10-year slump, getting ourselves out of a hole. And this is something that we need to keep moving forward on, because if we don't, we're going to send ourselves back and not be able to do the economic development and the services improvements and the things that we really need to do in this city. We need the finances to be able to do that.
And with you and your opponent being both in the same party, we'll assume that you share similar ideals. So that said, why are you the better candidate to serve on the Poughkeepsie Common Council?
You know, I've been asked this question before, and I'm not absolutely certain we can agree that we all share the same ideals. I'm endorsed by several labor unions, including the AFL-CIO and the Hudson Valley Labor Council. I'm a strong proponent of Planned Parenthood. I support daycares for working mothers. I'm endorsed by the City of Poughkeepsie Democratic Committee. These are all things that my opponent is either against or hasn't made a statement on. I support LGBT rights and the rights of people throughout the city, and I'm not entirely certain where my opponent stands on some of those. I can say that I feel I have a history of being a Democrat, long-term Democrat, active in the community. And I believe my positions stand for themselves, supporting things like nurse-safe staffing, increasing the minimum wage, bringing a safe city resolution to the city of Poughkeepsie to help protect immigrant populations. These are all things that I've done that I think really emphasize how much of a true Democrat I really am. And I'd like the opportunity to have an opportunity to debate with my opponent on some of these issues. Unfortunately, we haven't had many forum opportunities to do that.
Well, thank you, Mike Young.
Thank you.